There you go. There you go. Okay, let's see now how hard it is gonna be to remove this bolt. It was spinning before, so it should be fine. There you go. Now the shock. Okay, now we have a little bit more room here to work. I see a hole there. I'm just gonna pretend I don't see it. So we're gonna remove this cover as well. That's for the fuel filter. We have a new fuel filter anyways, we have to change it. So we're gonna remove this as well, and that's gonna give us even more access here to rust convert and eventually paint the frame. And we're gonna do this corner, and then we're gonna move to the other one. All right, so the cover is off, and of course, as expected, none of the screws survived. All four, or actually all three of them snapped because one was missing. There should be four there. So I'm gonna try to remove the filter. Hopefully at least this one is gonna survive. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of push it away from the frame. I don't wanna remove it because I don't wanna leak fuel all over the place. And we're gonna break out the needle scaler. We're gonna needle scale this part of the frame as well. We will see how bad that is. It's not good, eh? It's not good at all. We have to patch this, but whatever, we have no other choice. So I'm gonna make something like this, and I'm just gonna patch it, even though this is not the best way, but it is the only way in this situation. And it's better if I patch it now before I take the fuel filter out, because we're gonna spill fuel here, and it's not gonna be very safe to weld. It's safer now. So I'm just gonna bend this a little bit more. We're gonna patch it, and then we're gonna keep going. Again, not my preferred way of fixing things. I don't like just throwing patches on top of rust, but for this vehicle, for what it is, it's acceptable. So yeah, let me remove the filter now. So the fuel filter is out, and I didn't make a lot of mess actually. So I'm gonna look at the patches, see if I need to fix somewhere. Even though I don't want to weld here because there's fuel on the floor, but maybe if we sweep a little bit, we're gonna be able to. Actually, I did a pretty good work with the patch, so doesn't need any more welding, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna start needle scaling now, and we're gonna be ready for rust converting. Then we're gonna actually have to take a look at those studs that snapped inside. So we might need to drill and tap those holes, but first I'm gonna rust convert this whole entire side of the frame. I ordered new fuel line, by the way, so we might change a little bit of the fuel lines. We might also change the fuel lines from here to the gas tank, but we will see what the condition of them is. Somebody told me something about this block, that it was collapsed on their Jeep and blocked the fuel flow. but I don't think that's a problem on mine. Anyways, we'll look at that later. For now, let's focus on the frame. I don't want to remove this bracket. I'm sure the bolts are gonna snap, and I don't want to deal with any more holes than what I already have to tap. Alright, I needle scaled it as much as I could, and I have to force myself to stop at some point because I'm not used to doing partial restorations, and I really don't know where to stop. I can keep going forward all the way, and I was looking at the axle here. I'd like to address this as well, clean it, paint it, but you know what? I'm already much deeper into this vehicle than what I actually intended. So I'm gonna force myself to stop here, and I'm gonna rust convert and spray paint, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna look only at the frame. I'm not gonna look into parts like this, for example. I'm not gonna waste my time with it because I can spend years here under this car. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna start rust converting now. All right, there's rust converter all over the place, wherever I could reach, and it started doing its job already. You can see wherever it turns white, it's where it makes, I don't know, some chemical reaction. Here outside as well. So I'm gonna let it do its job. I also cleaned up and rust converted the cover for the fuel filter and that plate for under the spring. Okay, so I drilled the bolts for the fuel filter cover here, here, and here somewhere, and here. You can see these two and these two, but I haven't tapped them yet because I don't have screws. So I need to find screws first, and then I'm gonna tap them to the proper size. But at least the holes are drilled, so now I can go ahead and paint this part here. I know it's not ideal, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna go too crazy here. You see the rust converter already turned the rust into something white, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint this on the inside first and then the outside. Okay, this time we're gonna use our line here that came with the can. We're gonna shove this in the hole, and we're gonna go as far as we can, and then we're gonna pull out. I don't know if you can see here how it sprays, but it does something. So I'm gonna blow air in the line now. Hopefully we're gonna be able to use it again later. For the outside, I'm gonna use this easy liner, which is bed liner and industrial strength coating. I've been using this for the bottoms of my Triumphs, and it works pretty well. I don't know now. My Triumphs never went on snow with salt, but we'll see about this. Oops, dripped on my drill. Fine. Now I always gonna be able to tell it's my drill. This one is better. All right, it's not too bad. It's just bad, not too bad. Okay, I see some areas where I still need to cover. Okay, but underneath it's painted. This is painted as well. Inside I can't see here. Well, yeah, of course nothing is done here, so the next coat is gonna be, I'm gonna focus on that as well. But for the first coat it's not too bad. Okay, there I need to do more. Okay, now that on your screen I can see much better where I have to do that. Okay, this bar cross member is painted too. I see what you see. Yeah, I need to do better. And this side I haven't done anything yet. We're gonna do this tomorrow. But yeah, and now we're gonna see one more time inside, but this time I went on the heater and I warmed up my line and I straightened it, and then I cooled it down as it is straight. So now I guess it's gonna be easier. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. The first time I screwed up, I know. That's not fair. Okay, so it's another day and I just came to the garage and I cleaned this side up a little bit with the needle scaler and I rust converted it. So now I'm waiting for the rust converter to do its magic, and while I'm waiting for that, I'm working on the exhaust hanger, which looked much worse than what it actually is. It just has this big hole here, but who cares? And another one here. Oops, I was do that. No, just kidding. We're gonna repair it now because I don't want to make another one. This one doesn't look too bad except of this big hole. So I'm just gonna take a piece of metal, maybe this one, that's conveniently sitting here. I'm gonna take it and bend it around and weld this hole, and we'll do the same here. And then this is the rubber that I believe came out of it. So we're gonna assemble this one and we're gonna bolt it to the frame. We will see. Something like that. You see? Brand new. I welded even the inside and it looks pretty good. So we're gonna paint this as well, and then we're gonna bolt it to the frame. It doesn't have holes for this, but we're gonna drill our own holes, and I'm gonna use self-tappers, I guess. So we're gonna paint this, we're gonna paint the frame, and we're gonna call it a night because it's pretty late. Actually, nothing happened yet, so you know what? I'm gonna call it a night. Yeah, it needs another probably half an hour, but I can't wait for half an hour here and then paint it. So I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm gonna come back and paint it tomorrow. And once I paint it, I have other things to do in the front, or maybe I can start working on the brake lines here. We'll see. So it's gonna take me like 10 minutes to shoot it tomorrow and then keep doing what I'm doing. So that's gonna be it for tonight. And it's cold in the garage, you know. Ooh, actually 7.8 C's today. Alright, it's the next day, and as promised, I'm here to paint the whole thing. Actually, before that, I'm gonna show you, I cleaned up the table. Yes, I did clean. I put my tools away finally. So, as you can see, the frame is pretty rust converted. All the rust turned into something white. I don't even know what this white thing is, but it is ready to be sprayed. Let me see underneath. Haven't checked here yet. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna spray this and we're gonna call it a night because it's pretty late. I did some other things around the house and it's late already, but I'm gonna shoot this so it can have a little bit of time to dry out till tomorrow. Alright, so it's all painted and there's a little bit on the exhaust, but it's gonna burn. And on the outside as well. So we can call it done. We can call the rear end done. So next time, I guess we're gonna do the brakes, and if we have springs, we're gonna assemble it. If not, we're gonna jump on the front end and do the same thing there. We still have a lot of disassembling here to do and a lot of cleaning and painting, but the welding, as you know, is done, so we are ready to go. Oh, that's my new ECU with Windows 10. It's gonna do a good job. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I'm happy with the rear end of the car. The problem is with the springs, you know. I got only one spring instead of 4, and no hardware, no bushings, nothing. I still haven't heard from Rugged Ridge, and I hope that soon they're gonna get back to me and they're gonna send whatever I'm missing. If not, I'm gonna be really upset because I paid over 700 Canadian. It was 700 plus tax, so it's not fun. Anyways guys, I'm rambling, so that's it. So thanks for watching, thanks for commenting and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm wearing my hood because I have COVID hair. I need to trim my hair, but it's hard. In these times it's hard to get your hair trimmed, right? And your beard. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. See you in the next one. Bye.